What's going on, guys? My name is GSKILL and welcome to some iRacing. We are doing the Porsche Cup race here at Spa. Should be a lot of fun. These cars are kind of a handful. No ABS, no traction control. And at Spa, it makes for a fun combination, but it will bite you very, very quickly. So this should be fun. We're going to hop out into qualifying right now. I am running a qualifying specific setup. So we'll see. I think it's mainly just less fuel, so less weight.
Got 2 laps to get the job done, mate. Disengage limiter.
2 laps at Spa. Give us a chance. We're a little late coming into qualifying, so I think we're only going to have a chance for 1 hot lap. So our out lap here, and then 1 flying lap. Up Eau Rouge and Radeon. This car has a weird feel to it. It's almost a little sloppy. You can see the way it wanders on the road. A lot different than the GTE cars, for example. It's also pretty challenging under the brakes. Really, where you're going to lose it is under the brakes, at least for me. That back end will snap out on you too. Pretty interesting driving dynamics of this car. And I think they're accentuated by the no traction control and no ABS. Makes it really fun, really challenging, and it takes a completely different driving style to get around the track. And I'm by no means a pro, but I have spent some time in these cars, not cup cars, but in 911s, where you really have to be cautious of how you're managing the weight transfer and just the weight in general. With the engine in the back, there's not that much weight over the front end, so going into corners, you need to make sure you keep that weight at the front end by trail braking, so dragging that brake into the corner to keep the weight at the front. And sometimes you need to kind of flick it to get past the understeer. Once you get past the initial understeer, you can get on the throttle really, really early. But if you get it wrong, which is just so easy to do, man, you pay for it by just massive, massive understeer. So, pretty interesting to drive. And then take away ABS, and you're in a situation where you have to be smooth on the brakes, but also really force the car to do what you want it to do. So, yeah, really, really fun car to drive. I don't know if I explained that too well, but you guys get the idea. And no traction control really is fun in these, but it can swoop up and get you. So this is probably going to be our only hot lap. And this is on the new tire model, so you really do need to warm up the tires, and we're not going to have that opportunity. So this is going to be a lap on relatively cold tires. But we'll see how well we can do here. I need a lap, so I can't go too crazy. Can't get off track. Pretty easy through there to push a little bit wide. Yeah, a little bit of trail braking if you want to watch the pedals. Kind of holding that brake on as I turn into the corner just to get that front end to bite and that weight to transfer just a little bit to the front. Again, I have to be a little conservative here. A little wide, but you can kind of make this line what you want it to be. Back in wanting to snap out on you there. You can get to the point where you have a little lift-off oversteer mid-corner, kind of another characteristic that's really just the 911's known for. And then you get that pendulum effect with that weight in the rear end where it just wants to snap out on you. I'm being pretty cautious on this lap. I can charge a hell of a lot more, but we really need a lap to give us the opportunity to not be at the very back of the pack and have to deal with a whole bunch of carnage. So a little bit conservative, but it'll have to do. The crazy light right now with the sun, I guess, going down. I have to look at the time. Well, there's a lap. Gives you guys an idea of the track at the very least. I don't even think we got that lap in. I think we barely missed it. No way. We didn't get the lap in. That was the finish line right where we were at. So we missed it by a split second. Ran out of time. So we're starting clear back in 14th. Holy shit. Wow, this is going to be rough. This is going to be rough. I guess this is going to be more of a race where we try to come from the back of the pack. Let's see how far up the grid we can get. Honestly, it'll be quite a bit of fun. I think a lot of people struggle in these cars, including myself. But if we can stay clean and get through here safely and avoid the carnage, this could be a really, really fun race. My last video was very much kind of start up near the front and go for that win, and we ended up getting that win if you didn't see that video. But this is going to be a come from behind. 20th place. Let's see how far up the grid we can get. Kind of a different style of video, but in a way I'm kind of excited. It should be a good time. So we'll hop on grid. We still got about 45 seconds. Oof, and we're on the outside. I believe this is a standing start in this series. Dang. Like, this is the finish line. That's right where we were crossing, and we didn't get that qualifying lap in. That's insane how little we lost that by. That would have put us up a bunch of positions, and it was a decent lap, so... Oh well. That's in the past. Let's see what we can do in this grid. Just gotta hope nobody locks up and slides into us. Something that's out of our control.
P20.
All right.
The air temp is
P20.
63 Fahrenheit.
Let's see. Get it
Okay,
first.
Stu, are you ready? Watch for the lights. Go, go, go.
Short shift. We're gonna go all the way to the outside around him. Oh, we're gonna have to be cautious here.
On your left, 3 wide, you're in the middle.
Trying to make up some
Clear
positions.
left. Incident in La Source.
But being
Keep it
cautious.
D on your right. Hold your line. Clear all around.
Okay, I'm gonna close over on the right side. Man, if we could get a good run through here, I'm gonna be a little cautious on entrance. Had to actually get on the brakes there. Man, if we could have taken a different line, we could have slingshotted past a big group there, but hey, it is what it is. This is another spot to be super cautious on brakes, especially cold tires
Excellent
here.
start. Well done. Car right.
We're actually going to try...
There's an incident in Lake Coombe. Right side's clear. Yellow flag. Caution.
Wow, that was sketchy.
Kaiser is now in the lead.
Lost a lot of time to the leaders there. Could cause us some problems. He's not giving us any space, but we're still going to hold this
Car
inside.
Left. Clear left.
I don't want to get into any accidents right off the bat. Not the time to panic and do stupid stuff. It's so easy to do that. Still a decent group in front of us. I'm going to be cautious through here. A little bit of trail braking. Trying to slingshot. Nope. We're going to have to be patient. Sometimes patience just really pays off. What is this guy doing? I had to get on the brakes again. You gotta be cautious of just the timing to be able to slingshot around guys. This guy seems to be struggling on the track just a bit. Touching the grass.
On your right.
There we go. Took a little bit of an outside-inside line there.
There's an incident in the chicane. It looks like Kaiser. Yellow flag. Keep your wits about you, mate.
Oh, he spun in front of us. We almost did the same. We're moving up through the pack. It hasn't been pretty.
All right, Stu. Just keep hitting your marks. This is looking good. E7.
A little wide there. That's okay. We want to time this to be able to slingshot by these guys after Rouge and Radeon. They both got a pretty decent run despite that guy's connectivity issues. We're in 7th from 20th. Not too bad considering we've had to be pretty cautious. Oh man, come on, this is not what we need. I don't want this guy's connection to screw us. I'm gonna brake a little early here. Stay nice and tidy. Gauge what these guys are doing. I think we definitely have the pace on them. Oh, come on, really? How are you supposed to pass somebody that's flying up 10 feet in the air? It's okay, we'll take it. For that run.
Car
He's
right.
blocking. That's okay, we're gonna give him some
right.
space. Oh, he gave it up to us. Good. Was worried about those connection
Well done, good
problems.
pass.
Alright, need to charge. I feel good, but this is when you do one little thing and push a little bit too late into the brakes.
Okay, Stu, ignore that fucker in the mirror. Stick to your line. Nail those exits.
Ignore that fucker in the mirror. Thanks, crew chief. You're the best. Thanks, bud. We'll be a little cautious through here.
The leader has just done a 223.5.
Trying to use the
Looks like
whole
P2's
track.
gone off in the chicane.
We're making up those positions.
P5, you've just done a 226.8. Sector 2 is 1.5. Off the pace.
Pretty good line through there. Again, I need to time this to try to get a good run and hold a nice draft down the long straight after this corner. Trying to make sure I don't overdo it. It gets super sketchy through there. Try to get into that draft. Whole group here. The leader's pretty much gone, but had to back off, unfortunately. Oh, those guys had an issue. So is this guy. Gonna have to give him space.
We think P2's gone off
This
in
guy's
the cool.
diving
Car
inside.
left.
Holy
Still
shit.
there.
Can we hold the inside here? I think we can.
Car left. Clear left.
Pushed outside a little bit, but I knew I had the room. I'm being pretty aggressive at the moment. Holy crap. This is intense. I need to not panic now. Just be nice and smooth. Nothing's changed now, we just need to hit our marks.
The gap behind's increased to 1.2.
Oh, cut a little too early there. That's alright, we're pulling from behind. I believe we're all the way up to second right now, but the leader's 15 seconds ahead. Let's see if we can start closing that gap. I doubt it. He's moving pretty quick.
P2, fastest lap. That lap was a 226.0.
Pushed wide there. That's going to cost us some time. Not a good corner to screw up because this is essentially a really long straight.
The gap to Janssen ahead is increasing. It's now 16 seconds.
I can tell we got some good warmth in the tires now. '20th to 2nd in just a few laps. That's insane.
Incident in Lake Hoon. It looks like Kaiser.
Just try to hit our marks. What a fun track with this car, because it really keeps you on your toes. Again, kind of with all the things we were talking about with the way this car drives. Combine that with this track, and you get in a position where you're always having to think and always having to be smooth with your inputs, unless you screw up, and sometimes you gotta force it. But on this track with these a lot of medium speed corners, where you really want to get on that gas nice and early, that back end starts drifting out like it did in that last corner. And you just have to catch it, and you have to be smart.
You're pulling away. The gap behind is now 3.6 seconds.
Kind of like second through here. You bog a little bit, but you avoid wheel spin out of that corner, where that guy spun in front of us a few laps ago.
Well, that was a 226.4.
Pushing wide here. If you force the issue and try to huck it in, that back end comes out. It's a very, very easy spot to spin. Pulling on the guys behind us, and we're actually catching the leader. I don't know if he made a mistake or what. Got like third through here too. If you drop down into second, it gives you an opportunity to rotate the car a little bit tighter with the engine braking. But third is just so much smoother if you can keep the power on. Even here, of course, you're downhill, so it's not fighting you as much. Less resistance, really. But that third gear, if you can keep it into third, it definitely pays off if you can keep it in that power band, I guess. So like I said, I changed the camera view of everything. So let me know what you guys think. Is this better than the big kind of full widescreen up above? If you're not sure, you can check out a recent video that I posted that was the BMW M8 Fighting for a Win, I think is what it was called. BMW M8 at Belle Isle. That's the other view, and I can change it at any time, back and forth, but I felt like this is a little bit more standard. I'm also using caps. That's the stuff kind of top left, bottom right, with all the information on the grid. Gives you a lot more information, which is kind of nice. Tried to clean it up a little bit.
Home. Your fuel is fine. That was 226.3.
Nice and easy. Lap 6 of 10.
The gap behind is now 4.6.
I play a lot of Tarkov, so this is almost like a 0 to hero run. I think that win is out of reach for us unless there's a mistake. That's why we're going to keep pushing. But starting in 20th and working our way to 2nd. Of course, a lot of it's because of other people's mistakes, but that's racing, you know? You got to be smart. You can't put yourself in a bad situation. Again, 3rd. The downhill kind of helps, but easy to lose it through here. Yeah, the leader's hauling. Ooh, gonna get a little 1x there. We're at 2x total, so not too bad.
Okay, Stu, we've just cut the track.
Thanks, crew chief. Spa is such a cool track. Pretty unique. It's a pretty long track. Fast, swooping corners. Some elevation change. Some tight corners even, like the chicane up here. Into the bus stop. Yeah, first you really have to feather that throttle on the exit.
The gap behind is now 6.1 seconds.
Really missing my braking point there for some reason. Back in wanting to slide out on me there. This car feels great once you get a little bit of heat in the tires. But then you're going to get to the point where you get a little bit of tire wear. It's a shorter race, but still I think you're going to feel a little bit of wear. It's a shame we weren't able to stay with the leader at the beginning. Of course, he's running some serious laps right now, but we had a couple of those situations where I had to slow way down in that leader. If he was out front from the very beginning, he was just pulling.
That's a new fastest lap for Janssen, 2:23.4.
That's the leader. New fastest lap, so he's out there hauling ass.
The gap behind is now 7.2 seconds.
We're kind of all by ourselves here.
That lap was a 2:25.7.
I like to try to post.
That's your quickest lap in this session.
I like to try to post videos of close battling the whole way, but this one's interesting in its own way. Really with starting so far behind, but a little bit different of a video. I wish we'd be battling still, but can't complain. 20th to 2nd. I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. I wish the leader was still in touch. This could have been a back of the grid to a win potential for us. So much flow on this track.
There's an incident in the chicane. We think it might be Janssen.
Uh-oh, that's the leader. This is the chicane, so he made a mistake here. As did I. Oh, we hit the rear. Not what you want to hit in this car. That's what the engine is. Shit. Second gear, I didn't think I was going to have a problem, man. If we get a repair, we're screwed.
We'll be on the podium.
2 laps left. Oh, man. Alright. Get it together, man. Get it together. The guys behind have closed up. They're right on me now. I cannot believe that. Alright, come on. Luckily it was just a light bump. Hopefully our arrow isn't totally screwed for the straightaway.
Push, push, push. We're in with a chance of winning this.
We don't have a chance of winning this. The leader's 23 seconds ahead. Like I said, that crew chief, man, sometimes he's just drunk. I can't believe I spun it there. Luckily I just kept it pinned. I think we have the easy pace on the guy behind. I need to just not panic. Just be smooth. If he wants to push and close that gap, he can, but I assume he'll be overdriving because I'm confident our pace is a good bit quicker than his, so we'll just keep it nice and clean. Let him be the one to make the mistake, not force me into another one. Shows how easy it is to lose this car. Not the easiest car to drive. When you're driving smooth and not having to push too much, it makes it look a hell of a lot easier than it is, that's for sure. Nice and easy. The guy's still a second behind us here. Last lap.
2 seconds. Okay, Stu. One more to go. Keep it together. We'll be on the podium.
Still hitting that way wider than I like to. It's because I'm trying to be cautious on the brakes. Like I said, you barely lock this thing up going into a corner, and it just kicks you sideways immediately. As soon as you lock, it doesn't lock up in a straight line. It locks up and throws you sideways. I'm sure he's going to push it through Eau Rouge. Damn, he's actually 0.7. I think we're losing some on the straightaway. Yeah, we are. Holy crap. 0.6. He's actually right on us. Holy crap. I think we lose time on the straightaway with any aero damage. He also was within reach for a draft there, so we're just gonna keep it tidy. I know I can typically pull away from him here. I think I just don't overdrive the car through here is the main trick. Just nice and gentle, kind of let it do what it needs to do. Same thing here, I let it just kind of settle in, stay nice and tight on the gas. A little bit of trail braking to make sure it gets to the inside there. Same thing here, kind of hold that brake on to get you to bite into that corner. Same thing here, if you need to, lift. Lifting transfers that weight to the front too, but if you need a little extra, you can do a little bit of left foot or trail braking. He can yeet it through there if he wants. We got enough of a gap, just need to be cautious in the chicane.
There's an incident in La Source. It looks like it's Newman.
There it is. Kind of forced my hand there at the end with that ridiculous spin, but hey. A little bit boring in the middle, I'm sure. Not the most exciting video all the way throughout, but starting P20 and coming out in second place, what a fun race. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be posting quite a bit of these from different series and everything, so thank you for those of you guys that do watch these. I really, really appreciate it. I love this. Yeah, and until next time, I will talk to you later. Peace out.